Yeah. Jackson McMorrow and Parker Farron. Parker Farron sent him out. I sent that to Parker Farron back when I took him. He said send it out.
I was, yeah. You both were. I can't, that picture on your phone?
I took it and you deleted it. I can't get it back because you deleted it.
No, he's gonna learn one of these days.
You can't get it back. I already tried.
I suggest you ask those people to delete that picture. Today's not gonna be a good day for you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sorrell Stadium at Lindley Field. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be given by Mr. Brian Sims, to be followed by the national anthem from the Atkins High School Band and the Atkins Alma Mater.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, so thankful for today. Thankful for this beautiful weather that you've given us. We pray for good sportsmanship among both teams. Lord, we just pray that you protect our players, and as we go home, Lord, we ask it in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
the maids or the football players? Alright.
Entering from the north end zone, sophomore maid Lily Agnew. Lily is the daughter of April and Jason Crabb. She is a member of the Senior Beta Club and the Kings for Christ and the Lady Red Devil basketball team. She is also a barrel racer. She attends Pottsville First Baptist Church. She's being escorted by her stepfather. Sophomore maid Lily Agnew. Entering from the south end zone, sophomore maid Addie Orrick. Addie is the daughter of Jacob and Tracy Jones. She is a member of Kings for Christ, the Lady Red Devil volleyball team, and the AHS track team. She attends Union Grove Free Will Baptist Church. She is being escorted by her father. Sophomore maid Addie Orrick. Entering from the north end zone, junior maid Piper Kaufman. Piper is the daughter of Jana Kaufman and Jamie and Andrea Kaufman. She is a member of the FBLA, the Senior Beta Club, and the Lady Red Devil volleyball team. She attends Atkins First Free Will Baptist Church. She is being escorted by her father and Robbie Deal. Junior maid Piper Kaufman. Entering from the south end zone, junior maid Marley Taylor. Marley is the daughter of Chris and Jessica Taylor. She is a member of the FBLA, Senior Beta, and Kings for Christ. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil basketball team and softball teams. She attends Atkins First Baptist Church. She is being escorted by her father. Junior maid Marley Taylor. Entering from the north end zone, senior maid Riley Race. Riley is the daughter of Mary and Dustin Race. She is a member of the FBLA, the Senior Beta, and is the student council representative of the senior class. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team and the AHS band. She attends Atkins First Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend Arkansas Tech University. She is being escorted by her grandpa, Larry Davis. Senior maid, Riley Race. Entering from the south end zone, senior maid, Gracie Ramsey. Gracie is the daughter of Jamie and Cassie Ramsey. She is a member of the Future Business Leaders of America, the Senior Beta, and is the president of the senior class. She is a member of the AHS tennis team and the Lady Red Devil softball team. She attends Atkins First Assembly of God Church. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and major in nursing. She is being escorted by her father. Senior maid, Gracie Ramsey. Entering now from the east side of the field on the 50-yard line, please stand for your 2025 homecoming queen, Miss Posey Farron. Posey is the daughter of John and Lori Farron. She is a member of the Future Business Leaders of America and the Senior Beta. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil basketball and volleyball teams and is a majorette in the AHS band and is a manager for the Lady Red Devil softball team. She attends the Church of the Assumption. After high school, she plans to attend Arkansas Tech University. Homecoming queen, Posey Farron. At this time, Posey will be crowned by last year's homecoming queen, Miss Carly Wheelis. She will be presented a bouquet of flowers from her father. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2025 Atkins High School Homecoming Royalty.
Wait, do y'all want me to zoom in?
The team, coaches, cheerleaders, student body, and the fans of Atkins High School extend to each of you a big welcome. We're pleased that you can be here tonight as our guests. The Atkins High School and the Mountain View High School are members of the Arkansas Activities Association and abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of conduct, competition, and relation with member schools. These are high school athletes performing here tonight. They are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. They are not enemies. This basically is the theme of interscholastic activity, the idea of friendly competition. This attitude of sportsmanship should be reflected by all spectators, no matter what their personal feelings of loyalty may be to one of the other teams in tonight's contest. Tonight's officials are Mr. A.J. Churchman as referee, our umpire, Mr. Herb Rideout, our head linesman, Mr. Don Bolson, our line judge, Mr. John Churchman, and our back judge, Mr. Matt Churchman. The officials are volunteers who have agreement between the competing schools are assigned to administer the rules of the game. Their experience and their integrity qualify them for their part in the interscholastic contest. Our captains for tonight's game for the visitors: number 20, Tyler Newton; number 10, Hayden Long; number 45, Caden Manning; number 64, Waylon Carey. Tonight's captains for Atkins are also representing a member of the teaching staff in the Atkins School District who has made a big impact on their life and education. Red Devil captains tonight are number 11, Tanner Hegeman; number 15, Alan Horn. Tanner and Alan are seniors and have chosen Miss Sydney Thomas to be honored with them. The next Red Devil captain tonight is number 33, Kellen Walker. Kellen is a senior and has chosen Miss Shelby Malone to be honored with him. The next Red Devil captain tonight is number 22, Austin Martin Trussell. Austin is a senior and has chosen Mr. Zach Holt to be honored with him. Our last Red Devil captain tonight is number 54, Cade Martin. Cade is a senior and has chosen Miss Tyler Akers to be honored with him. Thank you to Ms. Thomas, Ms. Malone, Mr. Holt, and Ms. Akers for all that you do for our students. Please give these wonderful teachers a rousing round of applause.
Really solid senior year, and we expect to see a lot of activity out of him tonight. He's always near the football.
No, you're exactly right. I think, this season, one of the themes of this defense has been everybody has been near the football. John Davis leads the team in tackles, but there is a whole lot of gang tackling that goes on with this Red Devil defense. You'll look up, AMT will be near it, Dayton Adami will be near it, you'll have Mason Vick will be near the ball, Kenny Rivas is all over the place. You've got this Red Devil defense, and they are starving out there. They're like lions chasing down a wildebeest as our boys have come away from the coin toss, and they are now headed over to the tunnel. Man, I'm excited, Scott. We're about to get festivities started here on homecoming night.
We are set to get things going. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and get you ready for the kickoff. This is Atkins Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Production. We are back here in our Lathis Realty broadcast booth at Sorrell Stadium at Lindley Field. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Contact our friends at Lathis Realty today. The Mountain View Yellow Jackets have made their way onto their sideline. The Atkins Red Devils are just about ready to come out of the tunnel, out of the field house, and make their way through the smoke and through the sign and make their entrance onto the field. While we're waiting for that, I'll just run down some of our stats from last week. We mentioned before, big win, 74-21 was the final score last week against Episcopal to start the conference season off. And Cole Crawford was 4 for 4 passing last week with 3 touchdowns.
The epitome of efficiency.
Pretty efficient, yeah. He is completing 70% of his passes on the season. Cooper Goodall had 2 carries for 122 yards. That's pretty efficient, right? 2 carries, 122 yards and a touchdown. He also threw for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cooper has been playing in that backup role at quarterback, but tonight Ethan Lindboom, who is the quarterback QB2, he is back in uniform tonight after sitting out with an injury the last 3 weeks. But Cooper also threw for 51 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. Mason Martin leads the team in rushing with 331 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. He has another 3 through the air. Season average for this Red Devil offense is 151 yards passing, 220 yards on the ground. The Red Devils have made their way through the sign and through the smoke and carrying that Red Devil flag onto the sideline is Cade Bartlett.
Yeah, big Cade Bartlett. Cade is noticeably bigger than he was last year. I think, that was one of the things, Scott, looking at this team, I noticed I got to stand next to John just a little while ago, stood across from Dayton Rawlings a little while ago. These guys are bulking up. And, they're getting bigger, they're getting stronger. And, if you can believe it, they're getting faster as this season has gone. They've done a really good job of staying healthy as they go. And you mentioned Limboom is back tonight, so excited to see Ethan. Hopefully, if Red Devils come out here handle business like they have all season, we'll get to see Ethan get some good minutes there playing quarterback tonight. But we got to take care of it here on the front end.
Yeah, a year ago when these two teams played, we went to Mountain View. It was their homecoming.
Yeah.
Red Devils spoiled it. Mason Martin took the opening kickoff, 95 yards for a touchdown. The Red Devils never looked back. They led 28-0 at half and cruised to a 42-0 victory. Mountain View looking to return the favor, hoping to play the spoiler to the Red Devils homecoming tonight. And the guys in red are going to try to keep that from happening. They're going to try to run their record to 5-0. Start 2-0 in a conference. They're going to be kicking to Mountain View first, so we get to see the Red Devil defense on the field first, unless we start with an onside kick and recover.
Which we have done that this season.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you mentioned last year the homecoming games. The Atkins got to play the spoiler for homecoming 2 weeks in a row. Knocked off Episcopal in Episcopal in a very dreary and miserably wet game. Then comes out the next week and just lays the hammer down on Mountain View. Then gets to come home. And it was a fun little stretch in our schedule there last season. And we're in that same stretch again right now. The first 5 games of the season so far, this being the 5th one. The first 5 games, it's been a you never want to call it a cakewalk, but they have certainly handled their business thus far. And as you mentioned, this is definitely going to be the biggest challenge that they've had. Even though Conway Christian was the defending 2A state champions, they lost a lot of guys.
Right.
So this is the biggest challenge. And definitely, just looking across at Mountain View's team, this is the first time we've seen more than about 25 guys on an opposing team. Mountain View's got 40, 45 kids on their roster.
Yeah, and they've got some pretty good size, and we mentioned earlier they've got a good quarterback who has some experience, and he's got some size, and they've got some receivers out on the edge. They've got good skill players. The challenge with Mountain View is going to be on the line. That's where they're probably going to be at a disadvantage to the Red Devils in terms of size and speed and experience. This Red Devil offensive line is a really experienced bunch. They are lots of juniors on that line, one senior, but they've got a lot of games under their belt, and they impose their will and move the line of scrimmage a lot on both sides of the ball. The defensive front and the offensive front, they do a really good job, and they're going to try to do that tonight. So the Red Devils are out on the field, the kicking unit out there. Kenny Rivas putting a tee down right at midfield at the 40-yard line. The officials are still gathered up at the Red Devil logo in the middle of the field. I'll tell you, while we wait for them to break their huddle and get things started, the Red Devils in the all-red uniforms tonight, red tops, red pants, white helmets with the Red Devil emblem on the side of those. They're going to be moving from right to left, kicking toward the north end zone is Kenny Rivas to get things started. Back deep for Mountain View. Number 1, Ladd Cook is the deep man. He has his feet planted on the 4-yard line. And in the upbacks, number 7, Lincoln Cook, and number 2, George Rector. So they are the 3 back to receive for Mountain View. Officials making their way to the sidelines, the side judges, and Kenny Rivas waiting for the officials to get into position. Waiting to hear the whistle.
Get that big left leg stretched out.
We're just about set to get underway.
Kenny has had some really deep kicks, and that one is a line drive. It's going to be fielded around the 5-yard line. He's going to try to make a little juke move, and he's got nowhere to go. He's met by a couple of Red Devils right there at the 20-yard line, and that's going to be where Mountain View offense takes over.
Number 20, Wyatt Hearn, number 25, Robert Saab, both in on that one, along with number 33, Kellen Wofford.
Number 25, Robert Saab.
And the Red Devil defense takes the field first. Up front, it's going to be Dayton Rawlings, Camden Newby, and Blake Mitchell. Those are the 3 down linemen. Linebackers John Davis, Tate Sweden, Mason Vick, and Austin Martin Trussell. Defensive secondary, Dakota Ham, Wyatt Hearn, and over on the far side is Tanner Hegeman.
And Kenny Rivas.
Yeah, Kenny Rivas on the corner.
Well, jet sweep in there, met in the backfield. Dayton Rawlings is not letting that go anywhere, and the pit bull was fired up early, Scott.
That was number 1, Ladd Cook, who tried to carry there, and Dayton Rawlings gave him nowhere to go. That's going to be a huge loss. Loss of 5 on the play. Make it 2nd and 15.
I'm convinced Dayton Rawlings comes into these games and he's kind of like Gaiman and says, ooh, I'm going to make a name for myself tonight.
He is very fast.
Very.
Just explosive off the ball.
Those little legs get moving, and he is fast. Quarterback with an empty backfield here. Takes the snap. He's got a ton of pressure. He's going to get, nope, he's going to just dump that one off. Smart play there by the quarterback to throw it at the feet of his receiver, and that one's going to bring up 3rd and about 15.
Pass was intended for number 2, George Rector, but as you said, as soon as the ball was snapped, Tate Sweden came in from the left, and I think that was Austin Martin Trussell from the right.
Yep.
So a couple of linebackers bringing the blitz there, and Mountain View had nowhere to go with the football, just dumped it at the feet of the receiver. Did good just to get it away.
Big 3rd down here for the Red Devil defense, who has not given up a single point so far this season.
Mountain View comes out, empty backfield.
He's going to air this one out. He's got a man down there, and that's going to be pass interference. Yeah, Kenny Rivas is going to be the man that gets flagged for that one. He just gets tangled up with his man downfield, and that's going to give Mountain View, actually that's going to give him a first down, automatic first down on that penalty. The yardage is not quite enough, would not have been quite enough.
Yeah, it would be a long 15, so yardage alone would not be enough for the first down. We'll see.
It should be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yep.
It is not an automatic first down.
Yeah, that's going to be 3rd and 1 here. See what Mountain View draws up. Got a man in motion across the middle. It's going to be a handoff to the running back, and he does have enough to get it. That's going to be a first down, Yellow Jackets.
Mason Vick on the tackle. Short gain, but it is enough for the first down. So Mountain View, with the help of a pass interference penalty on a long third and long play, they are able to turn it into a 3rd and short, convert, keep their first drive moving.
Bit of an early mistake there that bailed out Mountain View. Quarterback looks to his left. He had a lot of pressure. He gets it complete in the middle of the field, and that's going to be enough for another first down. Tate Sweden, the Red Devil, on the tackle, as Mountain View's got some momentum going.
The pass was completed, number 3, Tyler Newton, and he is one of those tall receivers that we mentioned earlier. Able to find a little room in the middle of that Red Devil defense and pick up enough for another first down. Gain of 11. Mountain View moving the ball pretty well here on their opening drive.
You know, Scott, I'm not used to seeing the football right in the middle of our view here in the press box. Usually it's been one end or the other. Quarterback has 4 men wide. He's going to keep it himself. Very patient going up the middle. He's going to pick up about 2 yards before he is slammed back by a host of Red Devils as Camden Newby goes to check back in for Steph Davis.
John Davis came up with the football, but he wrestled it free after Hayden Long had been tackled. Short gain of just 2 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Mountain View. Mountain View with 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Single back in the backfield next to the quarterback.
Quarterback takes a snap, look to his right side. He's got a receiver over there. That pass is completed. He is trying to get to the edge. He is not going to have enough for the first down. He's going to be about 2 yards short, but a good pickup there to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Yellow Jackets.
Run out of bounds by number 18, Mason Vick, and number 40, John Davis. Wyatt Hearn, number 20, and Dakota Ham, number 23, also in on that play. As you said, Zach, not quite enough for the first down. Going to be 3rd and 2. Mountain View converted the last time they were faced with a 3rd and short situation.
9:15 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 our score. First drive of the game here for Mountain View. Their quarterback takes it, hands off right up the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and he's going to get tackled just inside of around the 44-yard line. And that's going to be another first down for Mountain View. Got some momentum against the Red Devil defense.
Crossed into Red Devil territory on that carry. Inside the 45, down to the 44, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Mountain View. They're finding some success right up the middle with that run game.
Yeah, nothing pretty. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. This is hard-nosed football. You know, Scott, we talked about, Red Devils should be able to win the trench, but right now Mountain View is winning the trench. Quarterback takes it. Nope, that's going to be a false start penalty, and that should back up Mountain View, make it 1st and 15 on the Red Devil 49-yard line.
That'll back them up near midfield. Not quite back into Mountain View territory, so ball just to the plus side. Right on that Red Devil logo at the 49-yard line. The Red Devils get them behind the chains here. Let's see if that defense can take advantage of this.
Second time they've had him behind the chains. We got a jet sweep and bobbled snap there. He's going to get tackled well behind the line. He's still up. Referee
blew that one dead.
To the quarterback's benefit. Several Red Devils back there. I think Blake Mitchell might have been the first one there. I think he'll get credited with the tackle there.
Yeah, Blake Mitchell was the first one there from that right defensive tackle spot.
Man, what a great job Blake has done all season long. Coming off that, he was really nagged by that injury last year on his hip, and just having a really good comeback season this year.
Good size, good speed, and Blake always goes hard out there.
That's right. Quarterback takes snap, looks left. He's got a receiver over there, and he is hit immediately. He's going to pick up about 4 yards before he's brought down. Can't see who that is that was on that tackle. I think it was Mason Vick.
Yeah, Austin Martin Trussell was there first, and Mason Vick came in and cleaned it up. Short gain, but it's going to be 3rd and about 16.
The Red Devils gave up one just like this earlier down the field on a pass interference call against Kenny Rivas on this drive. So see if they can finish up some business right here with the ball on the 50-yard line and 7:15 left in the first quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mountain View go back to that long pass, just try to get a...
That's going to be 5 yards back. There's going to be another false start there on Mountain View, and that'll make it 3rd and 20, or 3rd and 21, excuse me.
The receiver on the far side, number 1, Ladd Cook, tried to come back in motion, and he went toward the line of scrimmage at the snap.
A little bit too much motion over there. Kind of saw what the scheme they were trying to draw up. Maybe looked like they were going to just try to get it to him and get him a little bit of open space there, but had too much movement.
Maybe try to set up a bubble screen or, some kind of a comeback route there for Ladd Cook.
Quarterback takes snap, looks right. He has a man down there, and that ball is overthrown, and that is going to bring up 4th and 21 here in a sure punting situation for the Yellow Jackets.
And you got to give a lot of credit to John Davis on that one, because he was right there in the quarterback's face, got his hands up, forced the quarterback Hayden Long to throw the ball before he was ready, and he tried to hang it up there and give his receiver time to run under it, but just nothing that the receiver could do to catch up to that one.
You're exactly right. Good job by John to get his hands up and not get a roughing the passer call. A couple of guys back there to receive for the Red Devils. Mason Martin is back there. He's going to field it. He's got some room on the left side. Mason is electric now. He's going to make a juke, makes a man miss. He's got another man missed, and Mason is going to pick up yardage all the way down to about the 48-yard line. Tremendous return there for the senior running back.
He fielded that punt inside the 20 on the run going the other way, and he reversed field and came back to the near side and got it almost up to midfield. So 30-yard return there on the punt for Mason Martin, and that sets the Red Devils up right near midfield. They're going to have it on their own 49-yard line. Last week we mentioned they scored on their first 3 offensive touches. And this is the first time that the Red Devil offense has had a chance, and we are 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
By this point last week, the Red Devils had already scored 6 touchdowns.
Something like that.
Good blocking up front there. Colt Crawford's going to escape. He didn't find anybody. He's going to throw that one over at the sideline. What's the indication? Referee's going to say incomplete. Man, what a good move by Colt Crawford. He saw it collapsing. Good blocking. I think if he would have just tucked it and run, he would have picked up a first down. But trying to get a good pass over there to Mason Vick, just a little bit out of reach. Or excuse me, that was Alan Horn over there.
The offensive line did a really good job. There were 3 guys in white jerseys who were on their backs. So
Pancake City out there tonight.
Three pancakes on the first snap. High snap. Cole corrals it, gives it to Mason Martin. He's got it on the left side.
Oh, yeah.
Across the 40 and out of bounds. It's going to be enough for the first down.
Man, Mason Martin makes first downs just look easy out there. I mean, he just a couple of seconds, and he's 14 yards down the field, and you don't even know what happened. That's going to have the ball down to the 37-yard line. Red Devils are moving towards the end zone here. Crawford takes a snap. Over to his right, he's got a bubble screen. Allen Horn with the catch. There's a block in the back call. That's coming back. Yep, they're going to get Mason with a block in the back.
Allen still moving the ball down the field. He's going to be brought down at the 22, but that one is going to come back.
Yep, Mason Martin is going to get called there for that block in the back, and it was an obvious block in the back. So here early in the game, a little bit sloppy. Couple of mistakes there. Mason with a block in the back. Kenny earlier with pass interference. So just a couple of mistakes there tonight that we haven't seen this season from the Red Devils.
See where they're going to mark that one from.
If they mark it right there at the penalty flag,
that's usually what happens. So they're going to mark off 10 yards from there.
About 1st and 19, I think. Yep, it's going to be 1st and 19. Ball on the 46-yard line. Crawford, low snap there. Looking for his man. He's going to let this one fly deep. He's got Hegeman. That pass is completed. That's a touchdown for the Red Devils. Cole Crawford. Beautiful pass to Tanner Hegeman downfield and to get their first touchdown of the day. And we've got a penalty flag on the field right at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, let's check the flag here.
That was late. The sideline warning?
Sideline warning against Mountain View is what he indicated.
Yep. Cade Bartlett kind of looking around saying, what's going on here? Man, beautiful pass there. Cole Crawford handling business, getting the ball downfield to his receiver, Tanner. And Tanner's been his go-to target through the air so far this season to get 6 points on the board for the Red Devils as Kenny Rivas comes out for the kick. Kick is up, and it is good right down Main Street, and that's going to push the score 7-0. Red Devils lead the Yellow Jackets. 6:06 left here in the first quarter.
We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the kickoff. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Click FM and Red Devil Media Production.
Number 1, Lad Cook is deep for Mountain View. Number 5, Kenny Rivas to kick off.
Kenny Rivas set to kick it away for the Red Devils. 6:06 left in the first quarter, and the Red Devils are on the board with a 7-0 lead. Crawford to Hegeman with a touchdown pass and a Kenny Rivas PAT.
Good kick. Really good kick there from Kenny. That ball's going to be fielded. Well, he's just going to let it go.
Got a whistle.
Is that going to be?
I think the Red Devils are going to be offsides, or maybe I don't see a flag, so maybe they just weren't ready for that one.
I'm not sure. You're right. There's definitely no flag on the field.
Yeah, I thought maybe.
Yeah, they're just going to re-kick it.
Yeah. And Dylan Delancey has come out.
Yeah,
to kick off, and I didn't see.
Where'd Kenny go?
He's on the sideline. I didn't see if he was limping when he came off or exactly what's going on.
I don't know. He's standing right there. He looks like he's fine. Maybe I don't know. Not going to speculate.
Regardless, Dylan Delancey going to kick it off. And he pooch kicks it.
Little squib. That one's fumbled. Man, he fumbled that hit and fumbled the ball, and then he took a nice shot there. Who was that?
Isaac Sims, number 6.
And the sophomore has been busy this season coming out here and earning his spot out on the field. But nonetheless, Mountain View is going to have a really good starting position for this drive.
They're going to start at their own 38. Have a pooch kick there. Tried to kick it into no man's land, and one of the up men fielded it and then bobbled it. Isaac Sims right there on him to make the tackle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Why Kenny didn't do that second kick there, but that's going to be a handoff. He's met immediately in the backfield there. Dayton Rawlings snuffed that one out from the beginning and brought his man down.
Number 60, Dayton Rawlings.
Dayton Rawlings is
Stop for the Red Devils.
fired
Man,
up.
he's on a mission tonight, man. They done let the pit bull off the chain, and he is handling business.
Going to be a loss of 2 to make it 2nd and 12 for the Mountain View Yellow Jackets. Mountain View had some success on their first drive, just stalled out after a couple of costly penalties, put them way behind the sticks, and Red Devils took no time scoring, 34 seconds off the clock. John Davis.
Oh, there it is. There's a
bring down
sack.
the quarterback.
John Davis bringing it around town and slinging him down to the ground. Huge sack for the senior, reminding everybody why he's an all-state linebacker.
John Davis coming off that outside linebacker position, unblocked, and he's hard enough when you block him. He's impossible when you don't block him.
Yeah, that's one of those things. If you're an offensive lineman playing for the Yellow Jackets tonight, at all times you need to know where 40 is lined up.
Yeah, somebody needs to account for number 40.
Yeah.
But while you're trying to, occupy yourself with him, you've got
60,
18,
22.
Take your pick.
Empty backfield here for the Yellow Jackets. Man in motion across the left side. It's going to be another false start there. Yeah, I mean, that's the second time they've tried to run that little motion bubble.
They're going to say delay a game. That's the call here.
That's going to back them up 5 yards. That'll be 3rd and 20, 3rd and 28, 3rd and 23.
I'll take your word for it.
3rd
and long.
I'm trying to do math real quick. I'm a pastor, not a mathematician.
Or a math magician.
I'm not, something like that.
It's 3rd and long.
Third
and a lot.
3rd and real long. 4:24 left here in the first quarter. Red Devils lead 7-0. Empty backfield for Yellow. And that ball is bobbled. Dayton Rawlings on him like white on rice. Good night.
Bobbled snap, and Dayton Rawlings was right there for the sack. Another huge loss for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to be 4th and a mile.
Man, Dayton Rawlings is having a heck of a game tonight. He's trying to get that tougher than a $2 steak award for player of the game.
I think every tackle he's had tonight has been a tackle for loss or a sack. So
yeah, he has been on their business in the backfield.
And that's going to force Mountain View to punt. And a good opportunity here for the Red Devils to bring the heat. See if they can maybe get a hand on that one. They're not. They're going to set up the return. Driving, line drive punt.
Oh, Mason's going to pick that up.
Bounce all the way back inside the 30. Mason Martin picks it up there, and he's got room.
Oh, man, he's headed around that right side. He's got space on the right side. We've got a penalty flag down in the middle of the field there. Little extracurriculars going on. Good job by John Davis grabbing Dakota, saying, hey, we're not going to be a part of this.
Dakota Ham was on the back of Hayden Long, the quarterback from Mountain View. He was going for a ride there, and that's about where the flag is on the 30-yard line. Mason Martin stepped out of bounds at the Mountain View 41.
And he was one step away from a touchdown right there.
And the officials are discussing the penalty there.
Yeah, and John, they're going to call it a holding on the receiving team there.
So that's going to back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, so that'll be 10 yards from the spot, from the end of the return, which should put the ball around the 47-yard line.
Coach Harrelson's trying to go out there and get an explanation from the official. So far not having any luck. And now Coach Dobbs is out there
Coach
as well.
Dobbs got the white hat coming over. We're going to get a bit of an explanation here.
That moves the ball right at midfield. Well, now they're moving it back up. I think there's some confusion as to where the penalty was to be marked off from.
Yeah, it should be from the end of the return.
You had one official standing at the 50.
Well, now we've got what is going on here? What is going on here, Scott?
No, that's like a 40-yard mark off.
No, No, he's taking it all the way back to the 20-yard. What are we doing here?
There's no way.
No, absolutely not. Coach Dobbs.
There's no way.
Coach Dobbs and Coach Harrelson are not having this.
The ball is sitting at the 18-yard line.
That is horrific.
As it is, that's about a 54-yard penalty that they just marked off.
And they just gave Coach Dobbs the hand and just told him, hey, not right now. What nonsense is this? Yeah, that is a over 50-yard mark-off for a holding penalty.
The flag was at about the 37-yard line. Mason stepped out of bounds at around the 40. So either way, if you mark it off from the spot of the foul or from the end of the run, it should be at midfield at the worst. Now they're going to bring it back.
What is going on?
And let's see where they stop.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion going on right now, and I'm not sure the referees have a clear line of communication. And Coach Dobbs has grabbed the ear of one of the judges down here,
and ball is
going back to exactly where they
47-yard line. Yeah, well now we're moving it back. So.
Oh, Chance! Tell you what, Lucas and Chance Lucas getting a little mouthy down there. They think they're as frustrated as we are up here. Problem is we can say something.
Well, now they have marked it off back to the 42-yard line.
It should be.
Coach Harrelson is pointing to the spot out there.
Yeah, Coach Harrelson is it's the 47. It's supposed to be at the 47, exactly where Coach Harrelson's pointing.
Coach Dobbs is out there on the field talking to the official on his side, and we're going to have a timeout, and Coach Dobbs is going to go out there and talk to the White Hat. We're going to take a 30-second break here on the air. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions.
Want to remind all you Red Devil fans, you can go get a cone of ice located in the north end zone. We also want to take the time now to congratulate the Junior High Red Devils on their victory last night over Twisted.
Back here at Sorrel Stadium, Limley Field, in our Alathus Realty broadcast booth. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Contact our friends at Alathus Realty today. Coach Austin Dobbs still out there on the hash marks, talking to the officials, trying to talk some sense into them, getting them to mark this thing off. And once again, the official has picked up the ball, the umpire, and he has marked it. He's on the Red Devil side of the 47, and the other official is pointing to the Mountain View side of the 50, the 47, and that's where he puts the ball down. That's where it should be.
Yes.
After all is said and done, so
we're playing a big game of who's on first right now, Scott. This is it goes exactly close to where it's supposed to be, anyways.
Yeah, in the end they got it all sorted out, but it took a long time and took a lot of conferences, a lot of consulting work.
A little bit of blood pressure raising there on behalf of Coach Dobbs, probably.
Yeah.
And our offensive line standing around for 7 minutes.
Well, they walked a mile.
They did.
Because they kept going back and forth as the officials moved the ball. But they're set and ready to go now.
Crawford takes the snap, handoff to Cooper Goodall right up the gut, and he's going to power his way through. Good pickup of looks like about 7 yards, and we've got another penalty flag on the far sideline, right around the 45-yard line.
There was an offensive lineman over there who was driving his man back. That was Lucas Shannon, and let's see, they may get him for a hold.
I mean, if you're taking your man, they're going to say holding on Lucas Shannon there.
They'll mark that one off from the 45, so that's going to put it on the Red Devil 45.
It's going to be first and about 16.
So the offense in reverse here.
Yep, shooting themselves in the foot there. Cooper Goodall still in the backfield next to Cole Crawford. 3 wideouts down on the close side of the screen and 1 up top. Crawford looks right to Davin Bowden. That pass is complete. Davin's going to make a spin move.
Ooh.
Makes a man miss. Hard tackle there, but he picks up about half of what he needed and gets down to what's going to be about 2nd and 9.
Davin tried to spin out of that, almost got away, and good job by the Mountain View defender just hanging on for the tackle, but it is going to be a gain of about 7 or 8, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Crawford at the handoff to Mason Martin. Mason's trying to make a man miss. He's going to get around to the left side. Mason is dragging a couple of guys, and he is going to have the first down. Good effort there by the senior running back to carry a couple of guys and get that first down. So with 2:23 left here in the first quarter, Red Devils are now set up at the 37-yard line, headed towards their own end zone.
Mason gets just enough of the first down. Could be a fresh set of downs for the Red Devils here.
Hand off to Mason Martin, right up the gut. Mason is going to get tackled after a pickup of about 4 yards. Going to be 2nd and 6 with 2:08 left here in the first quarter. Red Devils lead 7-0.
Mason tried to spin there in the middle and get back to the left side, and Logan Hockenberry, number 16, was there for Mountain View to bring him down.
Say that 7 times fast. Hockenberry.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Red Devils, ball at the 32.
3 men wide. Crawford keeps it, throws it over, complete to Allen Horn. Allen's trying to make a man miss. He does make the man miss. He gets down to about the 16-yard line. Another good first down here for the Red Devil offense.
And a great job out on the perimeter by Tanner Hageman, sealing his man, blocking him to the inside, and giving Allen Horn room to run on the outside. These receivers do such a good job of blocking down the field.
Yep. No, they do a tremendous. They are a very unselfish bunch. Interesting formation over here on the right side. That's going to be handoff to Dakota Ham. And Dakota's got some space. He is headed to the end zone. Touchdown! Red Devils. Dakota Ham comes in, spells for Mason Martin, and he gets it all the way down to the touchdown. How many yards was that, Scott?
That was about 14 yards for Dakota Ham.
Good run there for Dakota, who normally we see him as our starting DB. He does play running back some, but, man, what a great play drawn up there by Coach Dobbs.
Kenny Rivas on for the extra point. He was perfect last week, and I believe he is 20 out of 21 on the season.
That sounds right. The one he missed was a very rainy condition. Kind of just a muggy condition that first game, and that one is up, and it is right down the boulevard. Red Devils push the score 14-0. We got 1:19 left here in the first quarter.
We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back with the kickoff. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Production. Puts us at 14-0. And Rivas is set to kick it away.
Number 5, Kenny Rivas to kick off for the Red Devils.
Mountain View, same 3 deep men that they have had since the beginning of the game. Number 1, Lad Cook. Number 2, George Rector. And on the near side, number 7, Lincoln Cook.
That ball's going to be fielded about the 11-yard line. If Mountain View man's trying to beat out to the left side, he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Kellen Wofford, number 33, was headed over that way, was looking to lay the boomstick, and guy gets out of bounds just in time.
Yeah, good return. Fielded at about the 11. He gets it out to the 35. But Mountain View going to have pretty decent starting field position. Last time their drive went backwards. A couple of big sacks.
Hey,
John Davis and Dayton Rawlings.
Dayton Rawlings, again, it is so impressive for a man his size how fast he gets in the backfield. I mean, it's a blink of an eye, and Dayton Rawlings explodes off out of his stand. Quarterback looks left. He's got pressure. That pass is incomplete.
Through the hands of the intended receiver over there. That was number 3, Tyler Newton.
Man, that would have been a first down, and he would have had maybe 3 or 4 more yards before the defensive backs got to him. Red Devils kind of broke a lucky one there. 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Red Devils lead 14-0. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Mountain View's got 65 yards to go if they want to get some points on the board.
Not quite the offensive explosion we saw last week, but the Red Devils have been very efficient when they've had the ball.
Quarterback throws left, a little screen play. Good catch and run, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards, 6 or 7 yards here, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
Stepped out of bounds right at the 41, so it is going to leave him 4 yards short of a first down. Good job of blocking over there on that far side as Mountain View set up the screen.
You know, one of the problems the Red Devils had last year was sealing the edges off. There were teams that beat us really good over on the side, and that ball is going to be caught, but it's John Davis right there breathing down his neck, and he couldn't go anywhere, bringing up 4th and 4 for the Yellow Jackets.
We'll see if Mountain View leads the offense out there. Kind of in that no man's land. About the 41-yard line is where the ball is placed on their side of the 50.
Yeah, it's a tough thing because you know if you kick it to the Red Devils, you know what their offense is going to do. So at this point with 4th and 4, if you know the Red Devil offense is going to go down here and score, you
try to keep them off the field as long as you can, and they may try to draw the Red Devils off sides with a hard count. They're going to take a timeout and talk it over. So Mountain View calls a timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Production. As we get set to return to action, Mountain View facing a 4th and 4 at their own 41-yard line. Red Devil defense looking to get the ball back to the Red Devil offense that has been pretty hot to start this game. Haven't had it long in terms of time of possession, but when they have had it, they've made the most of it and built a 14-0 lead.
Quarterback rolls out to his left side. He's got a receiver down there. That ball is going to be incomplete. Nobody really went up to try to get it, and that's a turnover. And the Red Devil offense is going to have it on the Mountain View 41-yard line.
Mason Vick applying pressure, and again, I think the Mountain View quarterback, Hayden Long, was forced to get rid of it a little quicker than he wanted to, and just couldn't take his time and step into the throw and get it to the receiver he wanted to. Threw it over there where there were a number of red jerseys, and maybe fortunate that one wasn't picked off, but as it is, it's a turnover on downs. Red Devils going to have it inside Mountain View Yellow Jacket territory, ball at the 41.
Goodall in the backfield next to Crawford. Mason Martin comes in motion across to the right side. Crawford going to backtrack. Good blocking there by Cade Bartlett. Crawford still having to dance around, and that ball is going to be thrown, and it's just going to fall at the feet. That's a late hit there, but good job by Cole Crawford not to take the sack and not to get any kind of a grounding. We do have a penalty flag on the field here around the 32.
Right in the middle of the field.
Maybe a defensive holding in the secondary there.
Yeah, you get a quarterback scrambling around that long, it's going to be hard. Two things. Hard for your offensive linemen to not go downfield, and it's going to be hard for the defense to not grab a hold of somebody and try to keep them from getting open.
When your quarterback starts scrambling, it was always a nightmare. Always a nightmare.
It is going to be an ineligible downfield against the Red Devils.
And that's part of it. You know, when your offensive lineman gets set, it's really hard for somebody not to move up past the line of scrimmage there. And, you know, inevitably when a quarterback starts running around, that just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So good job by his line to protect the sack. You'd rather, you know, that's only a 5-yard penalty. That'll bring up, should be 2nd and 15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it'll be first.
Okay. A grounding's a loss of down,
Yeah,
not a
it is.
Yeah.
That's really tough for an offensive lineman. When your quarterback starts to scramble, you just sort of release and go downfield and try to block for him. And Cole was buying some time trying to hand it off or trying to.
Oh, we got a fumble on the play.
Mason.
Mason had the ball, and nobody hit him, just didn't have a good grip on it going. And that's going to be, man, is that the first turnover of the Red Devil offense this season?
It may be.
I'm pretty sure that's the first turnover of the Red Devil offense this season.
Mason Vick doesn't get a lot of carries. When he does, he's usually pretty efficient at it. That time he was trying to go up the middle and tried to reverse his field and went to switch the ball to from one arm to the other, and it just got loose.
Just lost it there.
Got on the field. That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Red Devils 14, Mountain View Yellow Jackets 0. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back after this. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Contact our friends at Alathus Realty today. And as we were in that break, Zach and I were just talking about how, you know, sometimes homecoming makes your thinking a little bit cloudy.
Yep.
And there's a lot of distractions, and maybe that's played into some of what we've seen here from the Red Devils tonight. Some uncharacteristic penalties, a really uncharacteristic turnover that just happened, and gives Mountain View the ball back.
Yeah, Red Devil defense is going to be set up here. The referees are still having a bit of a conference there at midfield. Not sure what they're debating.
Well, once they get everything settled, Mountain View is going to have it on their own 43-yard line.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not real sure what the refs are what they're chatting about over there.
The Yellow Jackets had success on their first offensive possession, moved the ball pretty well before the drive stalled out. In the last two drives, they've had nothing going their way. They've gone backwards, and thanks in large part to Dayton Rawlings and John Davis. Blake Mitchell getting in there, creating some havoc.
Yeah, that's a good word for it, creating havoc. Mason Vick back out there at that inside backer position. Know that he is trying to have a get right on this drive after that fumble in the last one. Man in motion around the back of the left side. Quarterback's looking downfield. He's got a man. That is a high lobbing pass. That's going to be intercepted by Tanner Hegeman. Turnover for turnover, Scott. Red Devils get that one back.
That's the way you make up for a turnover by your offense. You make a good play on defense, and a lot of credit to Tanner Hegeman for finding the football and not interfering with the receiver, just getting in a good position to make a play on that one. He intercepts it inside the Red Devil 20. And that's where the offense is going to start this drive, right at the 19-yard line on the near hash. Cole Crawford in, checking the play on the sidelines, getting a signal. Coach Torres and Coach Dobbs.
You know, that's right about the spot where Tanner caught that touchdown pass from Cole Crawford earlier, is right there where he got that interception. So he's liking that side of the field tonight.
Three receivers split out to the far side. One, Davin Bowden alone to the near side. Cooper Goodall with the carry, and he's got a lot of room. Cross the 30,
He's still
35, breaking tackles, and he gets down to the 39-yard line. A good first down pickup of 20 yards for the sophomore Cooper Goodall.
Man, Cooper Goodall hit that hole in there like a Mack truck. There was a guy waiting for him. He hit him, and he took him about 5 yards with him before he finally comes down. They're going to stay at the 38-yard line. Big first down for the Red Devils.
So a 19-yard carry for Cooper. You know, he's really hurting his average. Last week he had 2 carries for 122 yards, so.
Got to do better. Crawford takes a snap again, hand off to Goodall. He is hit immediately, but he shakes it off. He is going, following his blockers.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, what another huge run for Cooper Goodall, making it down inside the 45-yard line.
And we've got a Red Devil down.
Who is that? Is that Solomon?
And another lineman downfield slow to get up. That was Lucas Shannon was a little slow to get up. He was blocking downfield for Cooper, and I can't see. I think that is Solomon Lytle.
I think that's Solomon Lytle, who's our starting right guard.
He's got his helmet off, and they are helping him up, and he is
looks like
walking a little gingerly. Yep.
Probably got rolled up on there.
Looks like he's favoring that left leg just a little bit.
He's trying to shake it off a little bit, but he's gonna need a sub to come in for him there. And Solomon's a tough kid. He's the starter that replaced Austin McCurry, who was our starting center last year. Austin, who's going to be up here joining us at halftime for a quick interview. But obviously, our prayers and well wishes go out to Solomon Lytle. Hopefully this is just a little bit of a nagging hurt and not a real injury.
Jackson McNutt going to come on for Solomon Lytle along that offensive line. And Jackson has done a really good job when he's gotten opportunities on defense. He's come in with that second unit at linebacker and very aggressive when he gets out there on the field, and I'm sure he's going to be just the same along that offensive line. He is now lined up at left guard. Chance Cawthon, the left tackle, over there beside him. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side.
Little reverse throw there. Davin Bowden catches it. He's got blockers out in front of him. Davin's heading towards the end zone. He is going to be all the way down there. Great block. Touchdown, Red Devils. Davin Bowden catches the little bubble screen from his quarterback and takes it all the way to the end zone, and Red Devils push the lead 21-0.
Davin Bowden takes a screen 45 yards from Cole Crawford. That was a great play design and execution there. Crawford sprinted out to the left. Davin started in his, like he was going to run a pass pattern down the field, came back, and then Crawford sprinted to the right. And we have another
Mountain View.
We have a Mountain View player down on the field now. He's down at the goal line. I didn't see him down there.
He was one of the guys that was chasing Davin down, and you said it's got perfect execution on that play, perfect blocking on that play, nobody getting out of position, no holding. Davin was very patient, let his offensive lineman get out in front of him. Actually, it looks like there's a penalty flag right there. Maybe inadvertently fell out of the pocket.
Maybe. We'll see. Lucas Shannon did a good job getting downfield, blocking there.
Mark's saying there was a block in the back.
So that one may be coming back.
Yep.
And they have the player up on his feet.
He is walking over to his own sideline under good power.
Red Devil fans give him a round of applause as he's up and making his way back to the Mountain View sideline, and they're going to mark off a penalty against the Red Devils.
That happened.
A block in the back downfield. And that takes the touchdown off the board.
Man. Again, perfect play call, almost perfect execution. I didn't see the block in the back, but there was a lot of action happening down there. But again, great job there by Davin Bowden to just be patient, follow his blockers, and make it down to the end zone, even though it doesn't count. I'll be interested to see where they place this one because I didn't see the penalty.
I think the ball is going to be right there at the 23-yard
line. So 1st and 10, 10:54 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 14-0. They've got 23 yards to go for a touchdown here. Red Devil faithful are not excited about the penalty call. We're going to have 3 empty backfield, 3 wideouts down here on the close side of the field, 1 up top. And it looks like Red Devils are going to call a timeout here.
We'll take it with them. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. Here. Back here at Sorrel Stadium at Limley Field. 10:33 left to go before halftime. Red Devils with a 14-0 lead looking to add to it. And they break the timeout with Mason Vick at tight end on the left side. 3 receivers to the right, Cooper Goodall to the left.
Mason in motion. That Cole's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to make some man miss. Great blocking from Davin. Cole got stood up, and his helmet got knocked off there at the 10-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Red Devils, and hopefully our quarterback is all right. He took a big shot there, and he's going to have to come off for this play. Ethan Lindboom, who has been injured most of this season. Lindboom is going to come in here to play quarterback for the Red Devils on this play while Cole has to sit out one because his helmet came off.
Gain of 13 on the carry for Cole Crawford, and he's they're going to look at him on the sideline. He's going to take a seat over there.
Yeah, he took a shot. He got
helmet came off, and they're going to make sure he doesn't have a head injury, concussion.
Yep. You know, Cole's tough as nails. Lindboom takes a snap. He's going to be hand off to Cooper Goodall, who's fighting to stay up. He was met quickly, and he's going to get brought down. That's going to be behind the line of scrimmage.
4 Mountain View Yellow Jackets there immediately as soon as Cooper Goodall took the handoff, and now Cole Crawford trots back on. Short loss on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal from just outside the 10-yard line.
You're right. He did have 4 guys on him, and they were not getting him down easily. 4 wide. Goodall in the backfield. Crawford takes a snap, looks right. Pass complete to Davin Bowden. Davin is trying to get his way down there. He makes a couple of men, breaks some tackles. Davin Bowden makes good on this one into the end zone for a touchdown. Red Devils pushes the score 20-0.
A good tough run there after the catch by Davin Bowden, and he broke tackles, and they had him dead right at about the 5-yard line, had him wrapped up, and somehow Davin Bowden springs himself free and gets into the end zone to push the lead to 20 with 9:24 left to go before the half.
Red Devils showing that 2-point formation. You never know what they're going to do, but now they're going to motion into Kenny Rivas, coming back to make his attempt his 3rd extra point of the night. The lefty kicker hold us down. We got referee stopped play.
Yeah.
Not sure what that was about. They had plenty of time to get set.
And he's sending
Why is
Kenny off.
I'm
not sure what
we have a penalty flag over on the far side of the field now that was just thrown. I'm not sure what's going on. This is the 2nd time Kenny has been sent off the field. There's another penalty flag that's thrown.
And that one came from the referee who was making his way over to check the flag on the far side, and I'm guessing it was something that one of the Red Devil players said as the referee was walking by him, so that's going to undoubtedly that'll be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike against the Red Devils. Let's see what the first flag is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's the 2nd time, Scott. We saw with the kickoff, and now that's the 2nd time we've seen Kenny thrown off the field by the officials.
Kind of an awkward situation there. He blew it. He blew it dead right as the ball was snapped, and I think maybe just an equipment thing. That's why he sent Kenny off.
We're being told that Kenny was kicked off the field because he didn't have his mouthpiece in.
Okay.
The kicker didn't have his mouthpiece in, Scott. That and I'm sure that our boys are very passionate down there. I'm sure they're going to get somebody for 15. Good thing about Kenny is that I don't know if Kenny's going to be able to kick it now, but Kenny's. I mean, this is within Kenny's range here.
Yeah, Kenny attempted a 50-yard field goal last week that would have been good from probably 48.
Yeah, it would have been really good from 45 and 48. Just didn't quite have enough stank on it.
The officials still talking it over. They have their notepads out, so it is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on one of the Red Devils, and two of those will get you ejected from the game, so they have to record that.
Yep. So 9:24 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 20-0, and now there is some deliberation about a unsportsmanlike conduct call on the Red Devils here after Kenny Rivas was sent off the field.
The official going over to the Mountain View coach and communicating the penalty to him, and now we're about to get the indication here from our white hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Red Devils, and another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Red Devils. So if they mark both of those off, it's going to be 30 yards in penalties. Let's see what Mountain View wants to do if they want to mark them off here. And now Coach Dobbs is out there looking for an explanation. The white hat comes over to the numbers on the near side. They're standing at about the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure Mountain View's had a penalty called on them tonight, Scott. And I get it.
They have had a couple of motion penalties.
That's true. A couple of motion penalties. Yeah, Coach Dobbs is, like you mentioned, standing on the numbers there, speaking with the white hat, and Coach Dobbs is still not sure if he's satisfied with the answer he was given.
Well, during the first break in the action, he got his team together over there on the sideline, and I think he was reading them the riot act, letting them know, whatever happens out there on the field, you keep your opinions to yourself. You don't voice them to the officials and cost your team 15 yards.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen. They may enforce this on the kickoff, maybe. I'm not sure.
It looks like what they're going to do.
Yeah, because
they still have the ball set at the 3-yard line.
Red Devils are going to have to go for two here. Kenny Rivas is not out there. Mason Martin in the backfield next to Crawford. Crawford's going to keep it himself. He's headed towards the goal line, and Cole makes it all the way in with some power, and that's going to be 2 points for the Red Devils, pushing the score 22-0 with 9:24 left here in the first half. Tell you what, over on our replay booth, why don't we have a look at that touchdown as it was happening just a few moments ago. There you see Red Devil Media Production fans. Cole Crawford takes the snap, looks over here. Davin makes a heck of a catch and just powers his way. He's dead to rights at the 5, breaks all those tackles and gets all the way in for a tremendous touchdown for the Red Devils, and that's going to make the score 22-0, 9:24 left here in the first half.
And we'll take a quick 30-second break and come back with the kickoff. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Production. Kicking the ball off from the 25-yard line after the mark-off of that unsportsmanlike penalty on the PAT. Lengthy deliberation by the officials, but in the end, the Red Devils push it to 22-0 as they convert the 2-point conversion after the Davin Bowden touchdown. Kenny with a mouthpiece in. I can see that.
We did get a.
See that from here.
We
Well,
did get
now
some.
it's dangling. He better put it in.
He better put it in.
He is now inserting his mouthpiece
That's
into
right.
his mouth.
Kenny Rivas is a safe man from dental work tonight.
That's right.
As we got indication about what those personal fouls were. Not going to share those on air, but Kenny Rivas set the kick here, the big lefty kicker, and that is a short line drive. That's going to be
That takes a great bounce.
Man, he's going to have to pick that up and run with it. He's
All the way
met at
back
the
to
10-yard line by John Davis. Sling him down. Round and round he goes. Red Devils have them pinned deep around the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets with the Red Devils breathing down their neck.
Kenny Rivas kicking from the 25, drove that one all the way down to the 3-yard line. Mountain View picked it up there. Not in a hurry to pick it up, I might add, Zach. And John Davis down the field quickly to corral the return man at the 10-yard line. And Mountain View probably thought they were going to get pretty good field position.
They thought.
Pushing Atkins back 15 yards for the kickoff, but as it is, they are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive from their own 10-yard line with 9:18 left to go before the half.
Quarterback takes it, handoff right up the middle. He is met by Mason Vick and brings him down immediately. Good tackle there by Mason Vick, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Short 1-yard pickup there for the Yellow Jackets.
That inside handoff has worked for Mountain View at times tonight, but Mason Vick staying home right there in the middle. His middle linebacker spot. He made the tackle after just a short gain. They're going to give him 2, make it 2nd and 8. 8:42 left to go. Handoff. And
Man,
there's nowhere to go.
Man, there's a lot of action happening up there in that tackling box.
A give to the right side, and the Red Devils collapsed on that one in a hurry.
Good night.
The give was to number 45. That is Caden Mannon, and he had nowhere to go. Loss of 1 on the play.
There's a lot of red meat tackling up in there. A lot of red jerseys and white hats heading over there for the action. You know, when I see big Camden Newby coming around in there, and he's one of the last guys to go and get up on the pile, yeah, I'd be getting out of the way.
3rd and long for Mountain View.
Blake Mitchell heading back there. He's got a chip block on him. Camden Newby's going to come up with that sack there. Tate Sweden was there to finish it up for him. They going to say the quarterback fell forward? No, that was a sack.
A loss of 1 on the play.
Congrats to Camden Newby. Most times the big nose guard doesn't get a whole lot of sacks. He's just a big space eater. And congrats to Camden Newby. Good sack there by the big man.
You said the pressure came from the backside by Blake Mitchell. And the Mountain View quarterback trying to roll out to the far side, and Camden Newby broke through the middle and sacked him.
Ooh.
Almost got a hand on that. Tate Sweden was applying pressure. Punt goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it.
That should be right around the 30-something. They're going to say 42?
42-yard line is where they're going to mark it. That's a generous spot.
That's where it landed.
Tate Sweden almost came through with the block on that one, and he immediately threw his hands up on his helmet.
Take it. He probably felt the whiff on his face of
Yeah.
that ball going past him. He was really close to having a major highlight there. But nonetheless, Red Devil offense is going to take over here. 7:15 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 22-0. Let's see if this offense can get downfield. They've been kind of plagued by penalties so far tonight. They had a fumble earlier. There's a handoff to Mason. Mason is hit really quickly. Good job by the Mountain View defense to break down in there.
No gain on the play. Doesn't happen very often that Mason Martin gets brought down for no gain.
Yeah, one guy's not going to bring down Mason Martin. They did have 2 guys there. He spun out of one. The other one was waiting on him. Cooper Goodall going to step into the backfield here, the big power back.
Mason in the formation to the left, 2 receivers to each side.
Crawford looks in the middle of the field. He's got his man. Davin Bowden is down there. That's pass interference, and he's going to get the call. Referee reached over and looked like he was unsheathing a sword and threw his penalty flag. Davin Bowden had that ball, and Mountain View player grabbed a hold of him and was hanging on for dear life.
That was an excellent description of the
He did.
throwing of the penalty flag there.
You know
I've
what?
never seen those mechanics.
It was impressive. I mean, he just reached across. Mike Leach would have been proud, man. Swing your sword. Swing your sword.
He did that.
So
that is going to be a 15-yard mark off, and that'll be a first down for the Red Devils. After the penalty is enforced, they'll have the ball inside the 30. 6:37 left to go. First and 10 for Atkins. Ball on the Mountain View 27-yard line.
Stack formation here in shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to, oh man, right up the gut, and it looks like that ball was on the turf as well. Cooper Goodall, I think he lost it.
Yeah, he got it. He got back on it, but
Second fumble there. That one recovered by Goodall, but a little bit greasy down there, Scott.
not used to seeing our guys put it on the turf.
Crawford, bubble screen, Davin Bowden. That one, he would have been down right there anyways. That his knee would have been down, but that one's going to be incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 10. Actually, 3rd and 9 for the Red Devils. Couple of mistakes there we haven't seen much this season.
Pass just a little bit low. Davin had to try to go down to get it. And as you said, if he had been able to come up with the catch, his knee was on the ground. So.
And that happened last week.
Yeah.
Davin caught one of those last week, and his knee just a little bit too far down on the ground. Goodall in the backfield. Cole almost got a guy on the hard count.
Yeah, tried to get him to come across. There was some movement, but now Cooper shifts to the left
Tanner Hegeman over there on the far side. That's where Cole's looking. Good little comeback route there. Tanner is going to shake his man out of there, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds around the 8-yard line. Huge first down for the Red Devils.
Great route, comeback route by Tanner Hegeman, and then after the catch, he made a spin move and lost his man, able to pick up a few more yards before he's driven out of bounds. Red Devils quickly up on the ball, and they're going to catch Mountain View running a man off. No flag on the play.
Man, what power there. They're pushing him on the way to the end zone. Not going to quite get there. Goodall's going to make it down to about the 3-yard line.
Mountain View had a guy in our backfield trying to get him off the field at the snap, and the officials just let him go.
Yep. You got to think Dobbs maybe letting him hear it about that. Yeah, he was definitely still on the field. No flag there. Cole Crawford keeps it himself, makes a man miss, and he's going to fall forward. Red Devils are saying touchdown. That is a touchdown. Cole Crawford handling business all by himself. 5:31. Oh no. We've got a Red Devil down on the field, and I looked down and the Red Devils were jumping up and down, telling the coaches to come out there. That is not good, especially if it's who I think it is.
It looks to be Chance Cawthon.
That does look like Chance Cawthon.
He is face down on the turf.
Yeah, that's not good. Chance, our starting left tackle, Chance is tough as nails. And he is part of the lifeblood of this team. And that is certainly not a player that you want to see go down. He's
sitting up now.
Yeah, he is hurting for certain.
And he's back up on his feet. That's good to see.
And he's got a limp on that right leg.
It's good to see him walking off.
Yep.
Hopefully nothing too severe for the junior left tackle.
Seth Davis is going to come in and replace Chance over on that left side. And Chance, this is one, some communication over there with Coach Torres. Looks like we may be going to get Chance. I don't know if it looks like Chance is already taped up. Definitely want to take care of your big man right there. Chance is just a junior. He started last year, had a great sophomore year, having a great junior year so far. So hopefully our big man there is doing fine as Kenny Rivas kicks his 4th extra point of the night, and that one sends it right down Main Street. 29-0 is your score. Red Devils lead the Yellow Jackets with 5:31 left here in the first quarter, and with that break in the field, we're going to take a 30-second break with them. We will be right back. You're listening to 100.9 Quick FM and Atkins Red Devil Media Production.
on that 3-yard Cole Crawford touchdown run. The left tackle, Chance Cawthon, went down with an injury, and he is being tended to on the sidelines as we speak. Seth Davis came in for him on that extra point attempt. So we'll see when the Red Devils regain possession and the offense comes back out, what they elect to do in terms of the offensive lineman. Solomon Lytle was back out there on that extra point attempt, so he got dinged up earlier, and good to see him back out there.
Kenny Rivas does have his mouthpiece in. Kicking from the 40-yard line. He can put it through the back of the end zone right here, and I think that's what he's going to. Nope. That's going to be fielded at the 6. Yep. He's got some space, and John Davis is there. Didn't quite have enough to get the tackle, but he is brought down before he makes it back to the 20-yard line. The Red Devils are going to set up shop on defense. But they're going to give it to him at the 20. Just past the 20, actually.
Nathan Langley, number 30, also in on that special teams tackle. And, you know, we mentioned it before, Zach, that even on special teams, there are so many Red Devil players who are around the ball. It's hard to know who gets credit for the tackle or, you know, the assist, and just a nightmare trying to sort through it because these guys just rally to the football. Mountain View moving their receivers around in the formation over on the right side.
Got some flip-flopping going on there. I don't know if they're trying to confuse us or if they're confused. Bubble screen, that got a block in the back out there. The referees are not going to call that. Finally tackled after a pickup of about 8 yards there. Mountain View moves the ball pretty well, and there's a penalty flag.
Yeah. There was some pushing and shoving over there after the fact, and I think one of our guys was a little slow getting up off the Mountain View player and
AMT
sort of straddled him as he got up.
Yeah, AMT's grabbing Dakota Ham and pulling him back. That, Coach Dobbs is running out onto the field here.
Yeah, that's going to be another unsportsmanlike penalty against the Red Devils. And Coach Dobbs is coming out to talk to his guys. He's getting them off the field.
Yeah, he's done. He's fed up with it. You saw him. He went walking out there. You can tell by the tone of his steps. He was not pleased.
And he is now he's chewing on the official, but he first was giving Dakota Ham the what for.
And Mountain View's having a full team meeting over there. I'm not sure exactly what went down, if there was maybe an off-the-field Mountain View player that tried to get into it with one of our guys. I'm not sure what happened. But Mountain View's having a full team meeting, and Coach Dobbs is having a come-to-Jesus meeting with a referee down here while Coach Harrelson gives the defense the business. With a 29-0 lead, you just can't get sloppy. These kinds of things can easily distract you or mess you up for a huge game next week. You definitely don't want somebody in penalty trouble where they might have to sit or anything like that. So, man, just nothing personal, strictly business. Let's handle business tonight.
Yeah, Coach Dobbs is now into that huddle where Coach Harrelson has been doing all the talking, and now he is very animated as he talks to his team.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he's telling them, you guys have to keep your composure. You cannot lose your cool out there.
I'm sure that's exactly how he said it.
Oh, probably, yeah.
No, Coach Dobbs is you can tell it's very clear these young men very much respect their coaches and listen to what they say, as you know, seen by the discipline we've seen with them all season. As Coach Dobbs has a conversation now with Coach Porter, our AD, over on the sideline. Coach Porter kind of steps out onto the field to see what's going on. Mountain View players are still having a conference over here as a whole team.
So 2 penalties against the Red Devils. I think the first indication was a hold, and then the second was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So both of those penalties will be marked off. That's 25 yards against the Red Devils. And that puts the ball into Red Devil territory at the 43-yard line, 44-yard line.
Meanwhile, Coach Dobbs is having a conference with the White Hat now, as well as with the ref that he was having a conversation with earlier, and it's getting pretty animated down there. Coach Porter down there nearby, as is Mr. Taylor.
So the conference is over, and the officials make their way back out into their positions, and Coach Dobbs comes over to the sideline.
He's not pleased with it.
Still getting a word or two in with the official on the near side.
Yeah, he was explaining things to Coach Harrelson and Coach Snow. He is not pleased with it, and now, still having some words for his DB. Got to lock some things out there. You've given Mountain View tremendous field position now with 5:10 left in the first half. You do not want them to build any kind of momentum.
So Ethan Langley out there on the corner on that far side for the Red Devils, and that's going to be a screen pass
That's
over
incomplete.
to the far side. It's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, that one, had it been completed, he was in for a world of hurt over there.
Ethan Langley was closing in a hurry.
Ethan has done a good job all season. That part of that, really big part of that second team unit, he's done a tremendous job and has really played more than the starters this season.
Yeah.
So no worries there. Red Devils have a lot of depth on that secondary.
2nd and 10.
Quarterback going to air this one out, and they're going to try. Yeah, a little bit of a flop out there.
Yeah.
But
Wyatt Hearn got his hand on it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hitch and go route over there, and pump fake by the Mountain View quarterback, and the Red Devil defense didn't bite on it. They were in good position and able to knock that one away. It's going to be 3rd and 10. So far, Mountain View has not been able to capitalize on the back-to-back Red Devil penalties that put them across midfield.
5:01 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 29-0. 3rd and 10. Mountain View hands it off, and he's met immediately in the backfield. He had nowhere to go. Makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Tate Sweden right there immediately to make the tackle, and a Mountain View offensive lineman is slow to get up.
Yep, we do have an injury down there. Number 62 for Mountain View, just a little bit slow getting up on that play. But he is up. He's going to have to go off for a play. Now, they're letting him stay on. They're going to let him stay on here.
4th and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball at the Red Devil 43-yard line. The offense going to stay out for Mountain View.
Trips wide out to the top of the screen. That's going to be, well, they didn't call it. Man, what a bull rush there by Dayton Rawlings. That pass is yeah. Man, they're going to get Wyatt Hearn over there for a pass interference call. Man.
Didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Red Devils had bracket coverage on the receiver.
And 4 guys in the vicinity of the pass. You didn't have to do that.
And that's twice now the Red Devil defense has bailed out the Mountain View offense on a 3rd and long. They just throw it up.
Yeah.
And I think really that's what they're hoping for, just get a conversion off of a penalty, and that's twice that they've been the recipients of that gift.
And that happened. We saw teams exploit us in that way last season.
Yeah.
We saw that, really quite often with our secondary last year, and here it is again tonight. We haven't seen it this season. This is the first time this has happened, and you wonder, homecoming, has that got us just a little sloppy tonight? Couple of things in the mix there, but, man, we've got to tighten this ship down. Quarterback looks to his right. Oh, took a shot. Mason Vick just a little out of position to get that, but, man, what a heaping blow the quarterback took there.
Austin Martin Trussell came on a free rush and just absolutely crushed the Mountain View quarterback as he let that ball go. It fluttered, hung up in the air. Mason Vick tried to go up and get it, and he was, like you said, just a little bit out of position, a little too far forward, and not able to come down with it. Austin Martin Trussell got his arm around him saying, hey, let's try that again.
AMT has had a bit of a quiet season in this new 3-4 defense. The ball, it just seems like the ball has been away from him in the action. And we're gonna get a timeout here, Mountain View, with 4:07 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 29-0.
And we'll take a timeout on the air with them. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. We're back in 30 seconds. guilty today. We return to action. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Mountain View Yellow Jackets. The ball at the Red Devil 27-yard line with 4:07 left before half. Red Devils with a 29-0 lead, and they have gifted Mountain View a first down on a long pass play where the Red Devils were flagged for pass interference, and that's why Mountain View has it 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, just looking down here, Chance Colvin's still very much hobbling around on the sideline. I wouldn't look to see the big man come back in tonight. Quarterback takes the snap, rolls to his left side. Blake Mitchell is right there. Wow, what a catch. Heck of a catch there. One-handed, goes up, scoops it, but he is smashed for his troubles out there around the 14-yard line. Man, he had some lumber laid on him.
That was Dakota Ham on the tackle, and I think Dakota was probably letting a little bit of his frustration loose on number 1, Ladd Cook, who went up and made a tremendous one-hand catch, but he is in a bad way as he limps off to the sideline, and he gets just off the field over there, and he doubles over.
Yeah.
He's getting some attention from the training staff over there on the far sideline, but a great catch and a first down conversion for Mountain View. They have it inside the Red Devil 15-yard line.
This is the worst position the Red Devil first-team defense has been in all season. As Dayton Rawlings is getting back there, gets away from it. Blake Mitchell and a few of the Red Devils are there for the sack.
Blake Mitchell, Tate Sweden, along with
Tanner Hegeman
on that sack, but it's going to be Blake Mitchell who gets there first.
Blake's having a heck of a game tonight. Might be in for player of the game contention there.
He's done a good job from that defensive tackle position.
And he came all the way across the formation, too, because
Yeah.
he's at that right DT position. Dayton Rawlings was there first. Dayton got a hand on him, just kind of slowed him down a little bit, and Blake came up and finished the business.
Short loss on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
That ball is going to be caught right in the middle of the field, and he's going to get, again, just plastered from the back. John Davis is there to lay the lumber, but that's going to bring up about third and 3.
It's actually going to be 3rd and about a foot where they've got it spotted.
That's not where the ball is. The ball is 4 yards behind where they've got it placed over there. Is it not? I've got my glasses on.
No, they're going to say first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal.
Oh, okay.
From just inside the 5. Now, do you knock
Quarterback
it on the door?
Looks left. That pass is going to be incomplete. Ball in the dirt there. Can bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. 2:24 left here in the first half. Red Devils lead 29-0.
This first unit defense has not given up a point all year long, and this is, as you said before, this is the worst position they've been in by far.
And they've given up 45 yards of penalties on this drive.
Yeah.
So, again, just sloppy play tonight has put them in this position. And you know this is going to be a conversation that Coach Dobbs has with them and Coach Harrelson has with them at halftime. Quarterback takes a snap. He is met immediately. Oh, big Camden Newby bringing the boom with Mason Vick back there handling business. Huge loss there.
Great job by Mason Vick breaking through, and then Camden Newby getting in there to combine to make that tackle, and that's going to be a loss on the play. Puts Mountain View outside the 10-yard line. Ball going to be at the 11 as Camden Newby comes off. Dayton Rawlings now at that nose tackle position.
That is Camden's 2nd sack of the night. That ball, low snap and bobbled. He's going to get sacked from behind. Huge sack there.
John Davis.
Guess who? The man himself. John Davis coming in there and smashing the quarterback.
So just when we were talking about what kind of position this Red Devil defense was in, they come with back-to-back negative plays here. And they have really moved the Mountain View offense back. Ball going to be sitting at the 18-yard line, and there's going to be a timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. sideline. So they had it inside the Red Devil 5, and the last 2 plays have gone backwards, as that last time John Davis got in deep in the Mountain View backfield and brought the quarterback down, and Mountain View, what do you dial up here if you're Mountain View's offense for 4th and goal from the 18?
First thing you do is you have a short prayer meeting, and you see what you can do. But then, I mean, you don't kick it, obviously. I don't, not many high schools have a kicker that can make this. So, I mean, they're going to come out here with 4 wide, 1 in the backfield, and they're going to try to lob it down there. Quarterback looks to his right side. He's going to aim it towards the sideline. That is way out of bounds. No! No, absolutely not. That is not a catchable ball.
Yeah,
that ball landed 10 yards out of bounds. That's not going to give them a first down. So it's going to be, after they mark the penalty off, it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3. Good.
Unfortunately, that uncatchable ball is not a high school rule, but I think that's again what Mountain View's plan is. When they get way behind the sticks, they just lob it up and hope the Red Devil secondary bails them out, and we have 3 times tonight.
Yep, that time at the expense of Dakota Ham. Yeah, you just got to let that one go. Coach Harrelson's fuming over here on the side. So is Coach Dobbs. I know they are just fuming. Defense did such a good job having them dead to rights.
Well, the good news is it's not a 15-yard mark-off because they were at the 18, so it's half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be at the 9. Yep. 4th and goal from the 9.
Probably, I mean, honestly, do the same thing. It's worked 3 times on this drive. Go for broke and try to get somebody to get a penalty.
Pretty obvious that's what they were trying to do there because they just threw it out of bounds. Just looking to get a penalty to bail them out.
Yeah, that ball landed closer to the Atkins concession stand over there than it did to being inside the field of play.
Really, the EMTs over there probably had the best chance to make the catch.
I think you're right.
The ambulance posted up in the corner out there. May have hit the windshield on the ambulance. So
let's see some senior leadership fire this team up again and shut this down. Camden Newby came back up onto the field for the Red Devils here. And that ball was fumbled, and there's live ball. Dayton Rawlings is all over that, and that is Red Devil football. And the defense gets a breather after almost giving up their first points of the season. And offense, Scott, is going to have 1 minute and 17 to get down the field.
Yeah, they're going to have 85 yards to go as
plenty of time.
Dayton Rawlings falls on it at the 15. It would have been a turnover either way, turnover on downs, or why not get a fumble recovery if you're Dayton Rawlings. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, ball at their own 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Cooper Goodall in the backfield with Cole Crawford.
Crawford looks to his left. That's going to be a little screen pass. Cooper Goodall catches it. He is headed down. Oh, my goodness. They're going to get a penalty.
That is a ridiculous
That's horrible. Oh, my God. They're going to get
Solomon Lytle was hooked up with his man blocking over there, and they're going to call that a block in the back. That is an absolutely horrible call by that official on the far side.
Yep, there it is.
Just horrible.
Yep, there it is.
And Coach Dobbs is apoplectic over here on this near side, and he is wearing this official out.
Yeah, that is, and the Red Devil faithful are letting him hear about it, and they should. That was an awful call. That's going to wipe away over 40 yards that Cooper Goodall picked up on that play.
Just a screenplay to Cooper Goodall, and Solomon Lytle was blocking out in front, just hooked up with his man, and he's driving him over there in front of the official and gets him to the ground, and the official pulls his flag out and drops it right there. Just a
terrible officiating over there.
Really costly.
And now we've got another penalty.
We've got another, and that's going to be Coach Porter is out on the field, and he's trying to get his money's worth, the AD, and that's going to draw a flag.
This is ridiculous.
And now there's another flag that comes out.
This officiating crew has taken a big dump on this officiating call tonight. Over and over, we've seen horrible calls, and Coach Porter has finally had enough of it. And now we get a sideline warning. Referees have decided they wanted to be the MVPs of this game tonight.
They have really, really made an effort to be seen so far, that's for sure. And they are drawing attention to themselves, not in a good way at this point.
No, this is horrific.
It all started with a really bad call on the far side over there. They got Solomon Lytle with a block in the back that was not, as he was just hooked up with his man and drove into the turf. And then on the Red Devil sideline, they were making some noise about that call, trying to get an explanation or just get a word with an official, and 2 flags came out. So that's going to back up the Red Devils inside their own 5-yard line. It's going to be first and about 18 or 19. First and now they're saying 21 on the clock. So first and 21 for the Red Devils.
I feel the stands shaking. The Red Devil faithful are firing up, trying to get our boys down to over 90 yards down the field. That pass is complete to Tanner Hegeman, who's going to push the ball up, pick up about, how many, 12, 15
near
yards?
the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to make it second and about 11.
51 seconds left here in the first half. Red Devils have 1 timeout to burn. Definitely don't want to burn it here. Crawford rolls right. Pass complete to Allen Horn, who has just leveled there at the 15-yard line.
They're going to give him the 17 on forward progress, so short gain. Going to make it third down and about 8.
And just noticing Seth Davis is in at left tackle, so I believe Chance Colvin's night is probably done here. Crawford in the backfield with Cooper Goodall. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 14 seconds left here. He snaps it. He had Davin Bowden there. Crawford going to have to run a little bit here. And he's just going to, breaks a tackle in the backfield. Great job by Cole. Runs away from another one, and he just throws that one away. Good call there by the quarterback. There's no time left. That is going to be the end of the first half with some shenanigans here at the end of it. But nonetheless, Red Devils lead 29-0 here at homecoming at Troll Stadium and Lindley Field.
So we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll come back and recap the first half. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions.
The band is under the direction of John Farron and under the field direction of the drum mage Horn. This year's show is a tribute to the great movie composer John Williams. We invite We invite you to join us in a galaxy far, far away as we open our 2025 show with the theme song from Wars. Our next collection features the Clockwide and Majorettes and takes you into a land where dinosaurs and humans collide. Here is Jurassic Park and Lost World. And now help us cheer on the Red Devils with the fight song.
And we are back here with Red Devil Media Productions and Atkins Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM. I am Zach Phillips, and I am standing in here now with last year's starting center for the Red Devil offensive line, Mr. Austin McCurry, who has joined me here in the booth. He's going to answer a couple questions for us. Austin, very nice to have you up here, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. All right, so just looking at this year's offensive line, man, what stands out to you about the way they have come together this season?
What stands out to me is that they've kind of grown up together. So I was only there for about 1 to 2 years of their career or varsity career, but they're all about the same age, so they've all grown up together. So it's just like they definitely have more of a bond.
You kind of feel like a proud papa.
Yeah.
So who do you kind of see stepping up kind of as the vocal leader of this group?
I see Cade stepping up because, I mean, he is the senior, and as a senior, you have to step up. You have to keep everybody up. You got to keep everybody moving, and
yeah. So this is just kind of a young group of guys, and you kind of have a unique perspective now. You've been gone for just a little bit, but looking at this team this season and knowing what you guys went through last year and all the things you guys overcame last season and then really the years before that as well. What, from your perspective, is different about this year's Red Devil football team than last year?
I feel like they have more of a fight to win because they don't last year they were all juniors.
Yeah.
So this year they're all seniors and they understand now that their games are limited.
Yeah.
So
just kind of not taking anything for granted, just kind of going right at it. And last question, and then right after that we're going to get McKinley and Scott Warren in here for their interview. So last question for you, Austin. If you could give these seniors one piece of advice, knowing they've got just a few games left in their career, maybe some of them will go off to college. If you had one piece of advice to give these seniors, what would you tell them?
I would tell them not to hold back on their goals.
Just get after it.
Yeah.
Just get after it. Kind of reminds.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Water Boy. They didn't hold anything back. They just went after it, man. No, that's good. That's some good wisdom coming from a guy that, man, you guys were a part of a very special team last year. Huge turnaround from the 2-18 seasons before that to man, great playoff run last year. You guys had a lot to be proud of. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of a proud papa with this team now. But man, hope you're doing well. Congrats on being a part of the legacy of this football team now, man. These guys are good this year because of a lot of the work of what you seniors did last year. So congrats on that. And, man, like I said, it's good to see you, brother. Really good to see you. All right, we're going to pass off here to Scott Warren and McKinley Kaufman, who is another one of our recent Atkins alumni.
And while we get McKinley set up, we're going to take a quick 1-minute break. We'll come back and we'll ask her a few questions. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. You can go ahead and turn it back on. We're back here inside our Lathis Realty broadcast booth at Sorrel Stadium at Limley Field. It's halftime of the homecoming game. The Red Devils have a 29-0 lead over the Mountain View Yellow Jackets, and I am joined now by class of 2024 graduate McKinley Kaufman. How are you, McKinley? 2025. Sorry. Yeah, you're not that old, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Good to have you here, McKinley. Thanks for taking just a few minutes to talk to us. Tell us what you're up to these days.
Nothing really. I'm just I come back home and make T-shirts with my sister, and then do a bunch of homework.
Yeah. You are where? Going to school where?
I'm at UCA, and I'm hoping to be an occupational therapist.
All right. Studying to be an occupational therapist. How are things going in your first year of college so far?
It's a lot different from high school.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's an adjustment, but I'll get through it. So.
Yeah, I don't have any doubt about that. So you were a water girl your whole time through here at Atkins, and how different is it coming to the ball games on Friday night and not being down on the sidelines?
It's very different. I've never watched a football game from the stands before. So down there, whenever Coach Dawes was getting heated, I was like, I wish I was down there so I knew what he was saying.
Yeah, you might be able to sneak in down there and join them.
Yeah,
they're used to having you on the sidelines. They probably wouldn't notice. So you, having been a water girl for so long and having done it so well, I mean, weren't you all state as a water girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, all state and everything else, right?
Pretty
Volleyball
much, yeah.
or softball.
I wasn't in basketball.
Yeah, all conference. So that's pretty good. So any tips for these water girls that are down there now? Any critiques, any things that you can see that they're doing wrong? Any areas they need to shore up?
Not really. Hopefully they're still pranking the boys and the coaches, because we did that all the time.
What kind of things would you do to them?
We always make TikToks about them, in practice, and then we'd go in there and rearrange stuff in their desks and hide it. Coach Snow would always get mad at us for doing that.
Did he make you run?
Yeah, all the time.
Making the water girls run.
Yeah.
Coach Snow, he's a stickler. He's big on that. 4:50 left on the halftime clock. Again, the Red Devils with a 29-0 halftime lead. So, McKinley, you obviously were very involved in things here in your days at Atkins. What kind of things are you involved in at UCA?
I'm kind of I guess branching out. So I did join a sorority up there because I don't like to be bored. So I joined that, and then a church ministry up there. So
Campus ministry.
Yes.
Yeah, good. And you still coming home on the weekends and doing the T-shirt business with your sister, working hard, and got to get some hugs from Dad, right? And one last question I need to ask you here. Speaking of that, who's your favorite parent?
I do not have an answer for that.
Our dad is in the production booth next to us, and he was kind of goading me into asking that question. He's hoping that you would say him. But good to see you, McKinley. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with us. That's 2025 graduate McKinley Kaufman, who's making the adjustment from being down on the sidelines on a Friday night to now being up in the stands. It is a little bit different, but she's cheering on her alma mater here as they have a 29-0 halftime lead. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and get you set for the second half. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions.
nailed it down and refused to